walking balance is a little off. Hi, Helen. Good morning. How are you? I'm out here at the park. It is a little after 10 a.m. here in the United States this morning. Decided to come out and get just a brief walk in. I've been quite lazy over the summer. Hi, Scott. Good morning. Controversial cruising. She's live. I'm live and alive. Yes, blessed and grateful. I'm doing well. Thank you, Helen. Susanna, good morning. Thank you guys for joining. Some of my besties here. I appreciate you guys. It is indeed a blessed day, Scott. I am here in the park, and I think I'm horizontal. Yes, I'm horizontal. So, here in the park, I'm gonna try to get a walk. And this is normally, for me, about a 35-minute walk if I don't stop. Hi, Deepa. Good morning. It's about a 35-minute walk. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Oh, the sound is a little low. I'm sorry. I didn't bring a mic or anything, so hopefully it's not too bad. But I also haven't been live since like June. I'm doing okay, and there are lots of other people out here walking, so I'm not talking very loud. But I hope this sound is not too terribly bad. Um, didn't bring a mic out with me. Okay, Scott, thank you. Good morning. Thanks, Suzanne. I appreciate the thumbs up. Yes, friends, give me the thumbs up. I appreciate it. But my breathing, it is a lovely place out here. I love coming out here. I love coming out here to the park. And when I do come, hi there, JD. Hi, beautiful anywhere, anytime, JD. Scott, my biggest win this week was getting my son to go to school this morning. He had not been feeling well the last few days, so he was out of school yesterday. He wasn't feeling well, and this morning got up, got showered, had breakfast, and he did go to school today. So that was my biggest win. He is not a morning person. Got pups out here with their walking their owners. Some pretty dogs there. We have a new cat at the house. I'm not a fan. And my daughter had bought some treats for the cat, some toys and treats and things. And she had left the box in the dining room. And I just thought this cat, hi Miss Wanda, good morning. I thought the cat was just having a great time, enjoying this box and playing in this box. Well, my daughter was gonna put the box out yesterday, and she was like, Mommy, this cat has been going in this box. I said, yeah, she plays in there all the time. She said, no, I mean she's been going in this box. I'm like, oh Lord. I said, no wonder she goes in there and comes out really quickly. So, needless to say, the box is gone now, but we definitely need to get her a litter replacement in that spot so she doesn't feel like she might need to go on the floor there. But I am not enjoying the cat, but the cat is there, and I guess I'm going to have to get used to it. And if you can hear the heavy breathing, please excuse me. live. I think we have a pecan tree here first. Look, I think that's a pecan tree. Yeah, I think we have a pecan tree. I'm going to put it in my pocket. We'll see what comes out of that shell when we get home. I didn't know that there were pecan trees here. They keep things trimmed up really well so as not to be a hazard. I do apologize if I have missed anyone else, but I appreciate each of you coming in. And anybody that wants to drop their link and, connect to anyone else, you can just type in host, and our lovely Nightbot, if they're around, will drop your channel. So just type in host, H-O-S-T. Can you drop your cash app for your belated birthday? Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, Joshua, but I know that your cash app is on your channel, so if you drop your channel, then anyone interested can go into the description of your channel and get your cash app. So you can drop your channel, H-O-S-T, and folks can go over to your channel to do that, but not necessarily dropping your cash app. But happy belated birthday, dear. Let's see if that works, JD. Okay, yay! I have Nightbot working. Gogo indeed taught me how to set up Nightbot and get it going and do what I wanted to do. Now, friends, I normally would go up and around this curve over here, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to go down this hill. So you guys will all be a witness if I tumble and fall, okay? So I'm taking a shortcut through here. And hopefully you guys won't witness me tumbling and falling. I just wanted to, yesterday evening, I went out for a walk in my neighborhood, and that was a short walk, about 20 minutes in the neighborhood, and it was not a terrible walk. I got a few steps in, but last night, I won't fall. Thank you, Miss Wanda. There are some roots here. This is very much a natural area, so there are plenty of tree roots. Hey there, David Corey with the crop. How are you? I read this morning, I was reading one of your posts, and someone said not only is he the watermelon king, he's a chicken king. Keep growing, girl. I'm trying, David. Right now, I'm just trying to stay balanced. But yesterday, after my walk, my phone alerted me that my step gait and balance seemed to be a little off. So I want to make sure that I stay on top of that and get my steps in and stay balanced or whatever. And I have not done a great job exercising this summer. Hi there, Melissa. BMLB. I think it was it this morning or maybe it was yesterday? Can't remember which. Saw you at the Walmart with the Christmas decorations already. Halloween's not even here, or Thanksgiving, and we already have out Christmas decorations. Deepa, thank you so much for still being here. I saw you put out a video this morning going on a ride. You're always on a ride, Deepa. I hope it was a lovely ride for you. But yes, I came out trying to increase my steps, trying to focus on my balance. Good morning. lawnmower coming along here. No, we do not want to fall and scratch up our knees. We already have enough childhood scars on our knees and elbows and such, so we do not need any more. Got traffic from all sides. Good morning. I love me a big truck. Got runners and lawnmowers and truck drivers. I would walk over there to the lake, but if you guys stick around, we'll get around there in about 10 minutes or so to walk around to the lake. And this is a little hill. I do need the hills, friends. Good morning. He's a big curious fella. Most of the folks that bring their dogs to the park are typically nice pups and dogs who know how to get along with other dogs and people. You're going the wrong way. You're supposed to be going that way. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There's a car going. I know the lawnmower goes that way, but I thought most of the cars went around the other way. But I guess she's trying to get out. Because you guys can see the sign on the road here clearly says one way. But she's going to do her thing. Yes, JD, we only have a few more days of summer. So today is September 17th, I believe. Or maybe it's the 18th. Oh, geez. The weather is nice, but so September 22nd is the first day of fall here in our area. So just a little over a week of summer remaining for us. There's a lot of traffic. Here comes another truck. I guess they can go whichever way they want to. Oh, it's the 18th. Thank Miss Wanda. All I know is Monday through Friday, there's usually 5 days in a row that I have to take the boy to school. And otherwise, I don't really know what day of the week it is. Or what day. Or what day it is. But it is beautiful out here. Oh Lord, there's a snake. He's trying to get the snake back up in the bushes. I don't know if you guys can see him down there. There's a snake on the road. Jeez Louise. I definitely don't. Oops. I hope I didn't just knock anyone out. Thank you. Oh, I hope the snake doesn't come back out. Hi there, Rebecca. Good morning. Hi, Rebecca, my friends. Hi, Dean Newman. It's Friday there already, the 19th. Yes, it is lovely here. Anxious for my Friday to arrive. Creepy crawlies okay. But I don't see him. He would have been right about here, so hopefully he went on into the bushes. But I don't see the snake either, Miss Wanda. And I am totally okay with that. And the weather is beautiful here right now. I even have my hoodie on. It's getting a little warm, but it's still cool enough. The sun is not overly bright, but it is still kind of early. Good morning here. Um, and I'm in the state of North Carolina on the east coast of the United States. So, looks beautiful. Okay, it's 3:24 p.m. there. So it will be 10:24 a.m. here. So 10:24 in the morning here. Our beautiful Rebecca can. And Sissy, you can definitely drop your channel link by typing in host, H-O-S-T. Thank you, David. I'm definitely trying. I need to, even if I don't switch, focus on weight loss. I will try to be a little bit more active and, move about a little bit. I do sometimes get stuck in a funk and don't get up and move about as much as I should, but I do need to do more of that. You say I'm an early bird. Well, I have to get up and take the boy to school, and I used to get up a whole lot earlier, but not so much anymore. Hi there, Griffiths. Is this Miss Christie? Blessed morning to you, dear. Hope you're doing well. I know you are busy and have early mornings. Okay, thank you, Dee Noonan, for dropping your channel. Dee is over in Australia, and they are coming upon spring right now, so she has a garden. Dee has a garden, and she drops content about her garden, mostly shorts. Rebecca LaPrince has a number of channels. What's that? Just says nice to use your time wisely, school run, and now walking exercise. Yes, but usually after the school run, I grab a coffee and go sit down and watch YouTube all day. And this is the perfect time, David, and I used to do a lot better about getting out and walking. I will, Dee, occasionally I reach out to Miss Betty and say hello. I have seen her in a few live streams lately, so she is well, she is doing good, and I am glad of that. Hi, Marlene, good morning. Marlene has been showing us some beautiful things on her variety of channels, showing us some great beach views on her Relax With Me channel, I believe it is. Can't remember, but her Marlene Saunders show. She's motivating us and encouraging us to take care of ourselves and put ourselves first. So you're getting your garden ready, Miss D. I'm glad about that. My fall garden has not started. I have just still been kind of piddling around. I go out into the garden and I'll record something every now and again, but not a lot. He's just curious. But I don't record. I record every time I go out there, friends. But putting the content out that I record, that's a whole other issue. So this morning, just getting out here, and I think it's only been 20 minutes. I feel like I've already been out here an hour. So, friends, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off of the path. Yes, Olivia is the boss now with her cute self. I'm going to get out here in the grass and walk down here along the water, friends. So, maybe that'll help me practice my balance. I don't speak a lot of French, Rebecca, but I know you're talking to Helen. My son is taking French in high school this year. This is his first year. He took Spanish a couple of years. Now he's taking French. And my husband he speaks French and he's fluent in French, but I do not. I barely speak English, guys. Uh-oh. There's something down there in that water that just jumped up and tried to get the dragonfly. I don't know what that was down there. But hopefully it cannot walk or run and it'll stay in the water. Or whatever it was. I stay on my side of the land and it stays on this side of the water. This is one of the little gardens that I love to visit here. They always have such nice plants and beautiful things here. I have created shorts. I think my short that I dropped yesterday, I had some flowers. You guys can see some of the flowers here. Catch the fish for lunch, Keshia. Listen, if we're eating fish, it's definitely coming from the frozen food section at the market. I will not be cleaning it. And definitely not catching it. Time just zoomed by. What's that say? Less than 100 days to Christmas. Yes. But look how tall these zinnias are, friends. They're at least 10 feet tall. These zinnias are beautiful. All of these flowers. So I did a short that I had captured these beautiful flowers earlier in the summer. So I was out here walking with my daughter one Saturday morning. Some beautiful flowers. Oh gosh. And I guess this is a path that not too many people take because I think I just walked into a spider web, friends. Let's get back down here, close to the water. I appreciate each of you guys being here again and just coming out and walking with me. I think I'd done a video and I had the crane. You guys see the crane over there? The crane is over there. You guys see him? He's over there fishing for his breakfast this early in the morning. I don't know if you can see him over there. My hand is not too steady. And this is just a little portable tripod. It doesn't necessarily, well, it's not balancing or holding anything steady. But there's that crane over there. That's his area. He's walking and fishing. Wow. So many different things out here. I guess I should unzoom. You say I'm waiting for fish. I don't fish. Even though this small lake, they do allow you to fish here. You cannot keep fish over a certain length, or I think over a certain length or under a certain length. I can't remember which it is, but they do want to maintain the ecosystem, so they ask that fish over a certain length or under a certain length be tossed back into the water. There are baby fish and tadpoles down there in the water. You guys see those hips there? That's what we're working on. We got to work on those hips. It is beautiful out here, JD. And they have these birdhouses set up all throughout the park. That's part of a project that the state schools are responsible for. And they build the what do you call it? The birdhouses there. The dogs are not allowed in the water. And let's see, so to fish, you have to have a North Carolina state fishing license, and it's $2 a day to fish. I don't have a fishing license. Oh well, friends. That's why I can't fish today. I do not have a fishing license. Here's one of the birdhouses, and this is part of the project they have going on here. There's a plane, and then they have the little pier that you can fish from right along here. And see, this is where my 35-minute walk usually lasts a lot longer. But we're doing pretty good. It's only 26 minutes, so I'm not too far. And it did take us right about 10 minutes to get over here to see the water. I have done videos, not this pier. There's another pier on the other side of the playground over there. Let's see. There is a railing around here. Now let's see if I can take this little step here without falling into the water, friends. Can you guys tell that my phone has me paranoid about falling now? I am paranoid about falling into the water. Sometimes when I'm walking up that way in the trees, that's where I came from, I'll cut through and come down this path here. I'm not going to go out onto the lake now. I am going to go ahead and go on home. Well, let's see. We'll cut across here and stay in the grass and get up on the grass from the other side. It's a beautiful tree. It's gotten much bigger. Some type of pine. I don't know what type of pine tree this is. Oh, definitely. I don't do yoga. I need to. That was a recommendation from the phone that it told me that Tai Chi and yoga are definite exercises that can help me with regaining my strengthening the muscles and regaining my balance. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate the thumbs up. I hope you're doing well today and getting things done. Whew. There's a dog park. So the dogs have a nice little park here where they can go, and on either side we have a side for the small dogs and a side for the big dogs, so that people with the little dogs don't have to worry about their dogs being attacked or anything by the big dogs. But again, most people that bring their pets out have well-mannered pets. And some people are bringing their pets out to teach them how to behave with others. Keshia can have a romantic picnic here with the husband. We do come out. We've never had personal. We've never eaten out here at the park together as a couple or a family. Hi, Edna. You're working and driving and listening. Okay. Well, you take care of those families and children and all the things that you do, and be safe out there in those streets. And I appreciate you coming in and listening in. But we do have community events and things where you can see here, this shelter here, you can reserve them and grill and cook here in the various shelters. So this is one. There's another one back there. There's several of them, different sizes for the different gathering numbers. That was nice. Good morning. But and there are the ducks and geese down there. Back in January of this year, I did a video there. So I'm supposed to muscular man jogging. I tried not to look. I looked at the ducks instead of him. But this space up here, that shelter up there is much bigger, and there's a carousel in that building there, and it's a natural, a nature, it's like a zoo and planetarium and aquarium in the building behind the carousel. So I don't think I've ever posted anything. There's someone fishing over there. I don't think I've ever posted anything from the zoo, and I definitely have not been in at least a year. I see another crane over there. The one on the other side was white. This one is a gray, so maybe it's a heron instead of a crane. You guys see the ducks here? You see, look at him, being all bossy, chasing her. But I love this space. Nice area here, and again, to get out and do my walking. And I'm just so blessed that 2023, around this time, September exactly, September 2023, so 2 years ago, I could barely walk from up there at the shelter down here to the end of this sidewalk. My back would start hurting so bad. But amen, and glory to God that 2 years later, almost to the day, here I am, I'm out walking, and I've done over a mile so far. So, because this area that I've walked, minus a few steps, is right at about 1.9 miles. So, but I could barely even get in a quarter mile 2 years ago. So, and I am supposed to be able to do this a lot quicker, but I get distracted by all the things out here. Get distracted by quite a few things. Get the cruising ducks, guys. We have some ducks and dragons and swans out here that like to float on the lake. Those are paddle boats. So you get in and paddle and float, or float and paddle. Yeah, so you can float without paddling. Hi, Liam. Is that you, Liam? Yes. It is beautiful out here, Liam. I love coming out here and seeing the different things. The paddle boats will only be available now on the weekends. And friends, I had done a short showing the zip line, and so up here is the zip line, and the people, you go from this side over to that side there, up in the trees, and that's one layer, but then there's a longer layer on the other side of these trees. So this one is the shorter one that I just showed, but then there's a longer one that comes from over on the other side. No, there's no gators in our water. We make sure that we ship all the gators to Florida. We don't have any here in this part in North Carolina. I don't know if there are any in other parts of North Carolina. I think there's some along the coast. That is a big frog. They have some of those stone sculptures of frogs and turtles. There's some turtles down here further along. But the other zip line is up there on the other side. Yeah, so it'll wait for you. Have a good day. This phone was getting away from me. That's how I feel. There are tortoises inside the zoo area up there. So we used to call it a science center, but it's no longer called the science center. What is it called? I forget what it's called. You have 4 frog tattoos, Miss D? Wow, I have no tattoos. I have no tattoos, only natural beauty marks that came with the body. I only have, how long are the paths? They vary, the paths vary, but the walking trail that I was supposed to be walking, Liam, is about 1.9 miles, but it depends upon how you take, so I know that there's another one, and I've driven that one, and it's right at about 2.5 miles, so sometimes I'll take this one. Look at the crane, guys. Can you guys see the crane? I think that's a third one. The third crane that I've seen this morning. Yes, there are lots and lots of benches here. So, benches and tables. Good morning. Benches and tables, because there are lots of elderly folk that come out and people with children. So, and a lot of the benches, well, not a lot of them, all of the benches have been donated. So people give funds to have the benches placed throughout the park. We have some gentlemen down here fishing. So Rebecca and JD, maybe they can get you guys some fish. I don't know if they'd be willing to share. I think you heard me. You said, are there lots of benches? Yeah. So like this bench here, it was donated, and so they have little placards on the benches here. So this one here, in loving memory of David Gilbert Millman from the Millman family. They donated that one in memory of a family member. So, again, back there is part of the zoo. There are pygmy hippos, little pygmy hippos here. Fried fish and green tomatoes. That does sound delicious. But that little shelter right up there, that enclosure has little pygmy hippos in there. Yeah. To make sure I don't get in the way of the cyclist. Thank you for still being here, Rebecca Kim. I appreciate it. But I am almost done. And we'll go home and get the house day started and do some things. And we'll see what the phone... Yes, they're real hippos. That's a zoo. It's an aquarium and a zoo and a planetarium back there. Maybe I'll look into the archives and see if I can find some pictures. But they do have several little pygmy hippos in there. They have a red panda. They have lemurs. Is that lemurs? Anyway, those little monkeys with the tails. King Julian. And they are hungry hippos. There's the crane again. Wow. Look, friends. Wow. Let's get out of people's way. Forget this is... So there were two. Okay. So there were two. So there's two of the gray ones, and there's a white one that was on the other end. You see, this is why I can't get my walk done. I'm so busy looking at the animals and things. But we used to have a Komodo dragon, but she died early 2024. Yeah, she died early 2024. aquarium is not free. Um, I don't remember what the cost is per person. Um, I don't remember what the cost is per person, but it's not free to go into the zoo and the aquarium. But your fee to enter does include inside in the planetarium area. Thank you, G. You do the same. Get you some rest. Glad you dropped your channel link earlier. But the entrance to the park, to the zoo and the aquarium includes the inside planetarium and science center area, as well as this outside zoo. And there is an inside aquarium, which has some small sharks, jellyfish, penguins. There's a variety of penguins inside. So there's quite a bit going on there. And that's all literally right here at my back door for the one fee. In addition to the zip line, they have in the trees, what is it called? Sky Zone? No, I can't remember what it's called. But you get strapped in and you literally climb through the trees along the path that they have through the outside zoo area. But I'm not brave enough for that either. If I'm scared of falling here on solid ground, you're not going to get me zip lining over open waters or in the trees. Okay, friends. So I am going to end my walk here. Oh, did I tell you that there is a military park? And it kind of is a memorial for the various war memorials. Yes, there. But I'm going to end the live stream. The zip lining is fun, Liam. I'm glad you think so. It looks fun when other people are doing it, but not so much for me, myself. So, let's see. Here I am, friends. I appreciate, I'm in too much in the sun here. So I appreciate each of you coming in and joining me this morning for my walk. And it has been lovely and beautiful. We have a nice little sheen going on. Yes, have a great day yourself, Liam. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that came in. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the conversation. So everyone stay blessed and beautiful. Remember, be kind to yourselves, everyone. And be kind to other people. And go out and do something lovely for yourselves. Get some exercise. Get some movement in. And as our dear David Corey says, keep growing, friends.